This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Dove Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. You're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
telling all your friends. The party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Happy Easter for those of you who celebrate. And welcome. Welcome, everybody. It's the Knockem Date Comedy Show. We are coming at you. Excuse me. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, New York. Here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, all those good places. However, if you'd like to comment and say hi, which we hope you do, we hope you comment and say hi. We love talking to you. Please do so on the YouTube feed. That is the feed that we're monitoring. So head on over to YouTube. And please subscribe to both pages, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff. All that stuff you're supposed to do on social media. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcasts. Hope everybody's well. Hope you had a great weekend, good Easter, all that good stuff. It's nice to be back here with you. We had a weird week last week. I don't think, were we live at all? Tuesday we were live. The show played every day last week, but Tuesday was the only day we were actually live. Which really seems to make a difference. Our numbers are better when the show is live, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. I prefer to be live anyway, so I'm happy about that. So what happened? Yeah, so it was a crazy week. So what happened was last Sunday, not yesterday, last Sunday. All right. I think I hear the door opening, but I'm going to continue talking anyway. So, hi. It's all right. You are a little late, but I was starting without you. But I got a little nervous that you weren't coming.
I mean, I would text you if I wasn't coming.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right. So Lisa's here. She's going to hang out with me today. But as she's getting settled, I'll just continue telling you about my week last week. So I was saying that last week the show was only live one day.
Oh yeah.
So so not yesterday, but last Sunday, Don and I recorded in here. Christy Miller was in here, and a lot of great comedians that stopped by. We had a lot of fun. We were picking on Bosie. We were having a lot of fun. But then Monday, if you remember, I had my stump pain.
Oh, right. That was last Monday?
That was last Monday, yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was, we recorded that show Sunday night, and my plan was to show it on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays I'm never here. So I was going to save it and show that recording on Wednesday, but I ended up with stump pain, started around 3 a.m. Luckily, it didn't last as long as it normally does.
Well, yeah. Well, I gave you that medication.
You gave me, what was it you gave me?
I gave you oxycodone, gabapentin, and the lidocaine patch. That's what that doctor recommended.
Right.
That last ER visit. Remember, she said attack all three systems. So.
That's right. And so it was. Oh, really? One of the things you gave me was oxycodone?
Yes.
No wonder. I was messed up for a few days.
Sorry.
No. Nothing to apologize for. I just didn't realize.
I mean, next time if you want, hopefully there won't be a next time. And if there is, I can always cut that in half.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not. I mean, it definitely. I didn't realize that's what it was.
It wasn't Oxycontin.
No, Oxycodone. No, I know. I always know the difference. Oxycodone is what they gave me when I had the amputation.
You always had like weird experiences with that, but I figured it's better than that stump pain.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely better than the stump pain.
Yes, I would opt for the experience you had this past Monday over the past going 36 and more hours.
It threw me. I just didn't feel like myself for like 2 or 3 days. And I was very, especially that day, I was very loopy, very tired.
Yeah.
I did get up for a little while because I realized, all right, there's no way I'm coming in to do the show. So I went on the computer and I edited that recording I had from the night before. And I was, figured, all right, let me edit this and I'll get it out there Monday, and then I'll worry about, the rest of the week. So I'm sitting at the computer editing this thing, and I'm like I actually felt like I could just pass out at any second. And I just spent 3 hours editing this video, putting it up, and then I went back to bed, and I think I slept from noon till...
I don't know. I wasn't there, but you. I think you were still sleeping when I got home.
Yeah, I think it was I want to say 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Probably.
Because I remember eating dinner
I get home around 6, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 9 or 10 that I woke up, that I had dinner rather. So then Tuesday we were here. We did Tuesday trivia, and then Wednesday I just showed an old show, and then Thursday. So then Thursday and Friday were up in the air because Thursday was supposed to be the Mets home opening game, and me and Don were going because you were nice enough. You got me tickets for Christmas, for opening day. So I had scheduled an old show to play on Thursday, but then the game got rained out, and I was like, oh man, what do I do now? So then they rescheduled it for Friday, and I really thought, I was like, all right, well, I'm not, so much for that. That stinks. I'm going to miss opening day. I had a guest scheduled, who I had postponed once before, so I didn't want to postpone him again. And I just figured with Don, I know Don he's a very busy guy at work, and he does a lot. And for some reason, I don't know why, I just had it in my head he wouldn't be able to switch his day off. So we were on the phone and we were talking. I was like, yeah, bumming out. And Don's like, no, I'm still good to go. I'm like, you can go on Friday? He goes, yeah. I'm like, oh wow. I go, but Don, I have a guest scheduled. And Don's like, so what? Nah, he wasn't. No, but he said, he goes, doesn't hurt to at least ask the guy if he can, come at a different time. So I reached out to him, and Paul Vecchione, who you saw on Friday, thank you to him. He was very accommodating with his time, very nice about it. So I just said to him, can we do it another time? And he said, yeah, no problem. But then I said, well, why don't we come in Thursday and record it, and I'll show it Friday, so it'll still play as scheduled. So he agreed. So we recorded that Thursday afternoon, which, so that we played a few guys on Friday, and that allowed... Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. So nothing. I was having some technical issues, but I'm good. So that allowed us to go to the game on Friday. So it's just a crazy week. So Friday we went to the game, and I want to show you some footage from the game, and then after I show you footage from the game, then Lisa and I are going to talk. And she doesn't want to be here, so she's no. You were nervous about just the two of us being in here today.
Well, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Very bad things to talk about. I don't know.
Then she does that at home too. What am I going to talk about with you?
Okay.
I'm teasing. I'm going to be picking on you the whole time.
Please don't.
All right, so the first video from Friday, so Don and I took some video footage. And the first thing I'm going to show you, so we went to the game, had a great time. The Mets lost, of course. They sucked all weekend. They lost all 3 games so far that they've played. And my buddy, comedian Eric Tartaglione, who comes in here on a regular basis, always a good supporter of the show, a good friend, great comedian. His wife Susan is a medium. They're just super people. Eric, like myself, is a huge Met fan. So after the game, he texts me and he sends me a picture. Mookie Wilson was at the game. Mookie, who you see every day in the opening credits of this show. Mookie, who we got to interview last summer on this show. Big thrill. So Eric Tartaglione, big Met fan. He went to the game. Now he knows Mookie. Eric, the Mets do this thing. I think all teams do it. They have this fantasy camp, they call it, where you pay thousands of dollars. It's crazy the amount of money. And you go to Florida, I think it's for a week, and they split everybody up in teams, and all these old players are there, and they coach and they give advice, and so Eric has gotten to know Mookie through that. Eric's been doing that for years. When we interviewed Mookie last summer, if you remember, I actually showed him a picture of Eric, and Mookie immediately yelled out, "Oh, that's my comedian friend." I was like, "Yeah, Eric, that's my buddy." So Eric texted me. He was at the game. Mookie was there. He saw Mookie. So then over the weekend, I was editing the footage so I could show it here today, the footage that Don and I took. And check this out. I couldn't believe it. I had no idea until I was editing the footage. Eric walked right past us. So here we go. So I put it in slow motion. There I am. There's Don with the hood behind me. There I am pointing at Don. Now, if you look over my right shoulder, here he comes. Here comes, well, now he's out of the shot. There he is. There's Eric. I'm looking right in his direction. I don't even see it's him. He walks right past Don. I get the camera on him, and I have no idea it's him. It was very sunny. There was a glare. I couldn't really see too well, but there he is. I couldn't believe it. When I look back to go through this footage, I couldn't believe it. So I immediately sent that to him. I said, Eric, you look at this. I said, it's unbelievable. And he wrote back, he goes, if I saw you there, I would have done a better job at hiding, he said. I thought that was really funny. So so that was that. So I'm going to show you, we got a video that we're going to play, Don and I, from the Mets 2024 home opener.
Just cruising here through City Field. This crew is in the house. Enjoy the game, folks. Let's go Mets. Okay, all right. It's about that time. Selfie with them all. All right, we're hanging out. We got Cowbell Man is here. Cowbell Man. There you go. See, he doesn't speak. He just hits the bell. Look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. Look at this. My God, that's crazy. That's me. How many do you keep count? How many you have? I got about 260 around there. 260? That's insane. I have over 300, but it's heavy. I was going to say, you probably have a bad back. I got a bad What's up, everybody? It's your boy. I'm here, City Field, opening day. Opening day. We're here. This is pretty awesome. It's kind of chilly out here, but I'm here with Tony Walker Fresh. He's filming me. I'm filming him. This is all gravy. Tony Walker got the hookup with the tickets. Huge Met guy. I'm a Met fan as well. This is pretty awesome. So, opening day here. It's gonna be a blast. And yeah, man. Let's go Mets. Opening day, baby. Look at this. Where the hell is everybody? Being done here. Game time is in 15 minutes. What'd you say? This place is not even half full, right? Not even half full. I mean, there's a lot of people down there walking around. It's still got to fill up, but everybody's at the concession stand. Yeah, true. It was pretty crowded, and it was crowded outside, but still, it's not reflecting in here. No, it's not. It's weird.
and it's freaking cold. Look, you can see the wind blowing on us. You can see
It's making it really good.
Yeah.
It must be like in the 40s.
Yeah. Well, I think it's supposed to be high 50s temperature, but this wind, we're getting wind. So we're in the last row, so we're getting wind from behind us. Or maybe this guy's farting on us. I don't know. But look at him. He's lost. Let's just watch him. Let's watch this guy. He doesn't know where he is. He's looking around. I think he just spotted me that I'm filming him. All right. Opening day, baby.
Fans, give it up one more time for the Queen's Crew, presented by Cadillac.
What's up, everybody? Here at the Metro.
We're freezing up here. It's like 120-mile-an-hour winds coming through.
We're definitely in the wind tunnel.
What's happening to Tony, man?
It's just not the same here today without him.
He should have been here, dude.
It's really not that much fun without him today. I'm just not having a good time with you. And I wish Joey was here.
We really wish Joey was.
We actually do, because we would have, talked to people in the parking lot and stuff. Because he's so zany, it would have been just another level.
We had some good parking lot stuff, but we didn't have audio.
Right. That's what I mean. Interviewing people. Yeah. Joey would have spearheaded that. Yeah, he was supposed to be here. He would have been here yesterday if it wasn't rained out, but today he couldn't make it.
Son of a bitch.
Because of, I think it's Good Friday. I think he was spending the day in church.
Peace be with you, motherfucker. Benches clearing on opening day here in the shit, man. Cool, man. Go home, Milwaukee. Let's do this, motherfuckers. All right, so Tony, that's it for that game. Opening day is over. Locking out. Yes, indeed. Where my friends go. All right, Tony, that was game one, opening day here. Very windy, cold day. What are your thoughts?
Cold day. Mets had one hit the whole game. So this is my wife's fault. She got us a ticket, so I blame her.
One hit was a home run at least.
Yes.
But one hit the whole entire game is crazy.
It's ridiculous. Very upsetting.
You blame your wife, Lisa. I blame Joey Petroni.
You blame Joey Petroni?
Yeah, for not being here.
If he was here, we definitely would have had a different turnout. Without a doubt. And I blame your dad for not knowing where the brick is.
Yeah. What's going on? We have a brick here. It's our name on it. It's so lame. Yeah,
So,
I said City Field.
Oh, so,
No, it's over there.
over there.
There it is. He's struggling. He's struggling. Yeah, look at it. I think he took a shit.
All right, there you go. There's our footage from the Met game. Hope you enjoyed that. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Always a great time with Don. Mickey Delaney, hello, Mickey. Carol says, "Man, it does look cold." Yeah, we were freezing. It was so windy that at one point it was so windy. At some point, a whole box of bread and rolls flew from one of the vendor booths and flew into the back of our chair. And we were laughing because Don is trying to lose weight and he's trying to avoid carbs. So Don was joking that was God's way of trying to get him to eat bread.
Oh,
so
yes.
I thought that was really funny. We did not get footage of the drunk guy. There was a drunk guy who came and sat next to us at one point, but it wasn't his seat, so the usher was throwing him out. Well, threw him out of that seat. But this guy was so drunk, he stumbles into the chair, and he's like, I mean, he was bad. This guy was sloppy drunk. And he had some big sandwich with sausages. We were cracking. See, I'm one of those guys. I always got in trouble in school because I was always the one that would laugh. I couldn't hold back when, John Blauvelt would be on the other side of the classroom doing something sneaky, but I'd be the one laughing, so I'd get in trouble. And I'm still that way to this day. So I'm just laughing at this guy. Don's trying to hold it in, but I'm laughing. This guy had this sausage sandwich, and it's down here at his lap, and he's trying to eat it. And he's sticking his tongue out from up here. He's like, and then the sausage sandwich was breaking apart. He was having all sorts of trouble. I don't know. We were laughing. It was a good time. But so I hope you enjoyed the video. And Carol, yes, it was really cold. Couldn't believe how cold it was. The wind was whipping. You guys sat in air conditioning. Carol, now it wasn't the opener, right? You guys went, I think, the second game for the Texas Rangers. Did they almost have a fight too at that game? Now, you saw in the footage there, the Mets almost got into a brawl on their first game. They didn't really, nothing happened. They didn't fight. They almost fought again on Saturday's game, rather. And I don't think anything happened yesterday. But, yeah, I saw pictures of Carol. They were in shorts. They're enjoying their ball game. Anybody can go to a ball game in shorts in nice weather. All right, but we have we do have a complaint about the game that you and I have discussed. And it's this damn StubHub and the ticket practices that go on. And when I've talked about this before on this show, I always joke because 30 years ago, 1994, that's when the band The Eagles got back together. And they went on some big reunion tour. And tickets were $100. And I remember reading articles in the newspaper and magazines about it. People were going nuts at that price tag. Now, we'd be happy to pay $100.
Yeah, right.
So what happened was, so Lisa got me tickets for Christmas. But we looked at the seats, and depending on where you're sitting at Citi Field, it can be a little squished. And me with the leg, I need a little room.
And even that, I was trying to look for seats that would be appropriate for you, but they just weren't making it that easy. And they said your seats are anywhere in this row, and
Right.
you don't find out until after you purchase it. And it was, I couldn't figure out, how do I request to get a seat on at the end to the right. So
Well,
that was a problem too.
But let me backtrack a little bit from what you just said. You went on the Mets website, and
I believe I did, and
Right.
then I was directed to.
Right, and that's
StubHub.
exactly what I was going to say. And a lot of places do this. This isn't a Mets thing. A lot of venues do this. You click on get tickets, and they don't redirect you to their box office. They redirect you to places like StubHub.
Right, that's where I ended up. Yeah.
And then
didn't even
you're
realize.
already paying crazy money because you're assuming you don't look. And maybe you should, but you don't, because you're on their official, the actual website, Madison Square Garden, Citi Field, whatever, and you're assuming that you're on their box office website. But they redirect you to places like StubHub, so automatically now you're paying more than face value. But then, so Lisa couldn't find tickets. So I was like, you know what? I said, let me look. Let me find, disability, accessible seats. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Or maybe not.
Okay.
I
Guess
felt
not.
something. So, so I went on, the actual Mets website, found some, the disabled seating, and I bought 2 tickets that were in the same price range. Because I figured, all right, well, now we'll go back to StubHub. We'll resell Lisa's tickets. She'll get the money back for that, and then she'll reimburse me for the Mets tickets that I bought, and it all kind of works out. And I figured it's Mets opening day. There'll be no problem reselling these seats.
That's what I thought too. When I bought them, that's why I even bought them. I'm like, it's all right, because if we need to change it, these will just resell. It's opening day. No problem.
The game gets postponed due to rain. Now, the tickets, the way the Mets work it, they were honoring so the game was Friday, it was supposed to be Thursday. If you had tickets for Thursday, they were still honoring those tickets. However, if you couldn't make the new date, the Mets give you a voucher, and you can. So basically, this voucher says, you can get the same seats or the same price level seats to any game. Well, pretty much any game.
Mm-hmm.
Like special games, like promotional events or Yankee games, big games. They say no, but pretty
Like a
much
regular game.
Yeah, regular game. But that's the Mets. Being that you bought these from StubHub, you have to use them. In this case, they had to be used on Friday. If nobody buys them, well, then you're out. You're done. You're out of luck.
What happened.
And that's exactly what ended up happening. We went on StubHub. It was over 600 tickets to the Mets home opener were available on StubHub. To me, that's a freaking crime, man.
And that's 600 empty seats.
Right. Well.
Or whatever.
Well, I think it's well, obviously, not all the tickets were sold. So so whether it's 600, I think it's safe to say at least half of those probably were not sold by game time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a lot of empty seats. But they don't care. StubHub made their money. They don't care. And now you have to spend money again to go to a different game. So
Right, so I'll never do it again.
Right, we'll never do it again.
And if it redirects me, I'm just not going to buy the ticket, or
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's why this is a crime. That's why this is a scam, because no way should they be able to redirect you to these scalpers.
Mm.
No way should these guys be allowed to scalp like that. I don't know. It kills me how and again, it's not just the Mets. This is. Everybody does this. So the elected officials are getting money under the table because that's why they don't stop it. The Mets, I'm sure, are getting a piece. This is why they're redirecting you. Madison Square Garden, they're redirecting you. I'm sure they're getting a piece of it. It's a crime, man. It's ridiculous and very very sad. So we never resold the tickets, and so we lost out.
Yeah, and that was almost $300.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful.
Almost $250.
$250, and these $250, and these seats were all the way out in left field on the top level.
Yeah.
And you pay $250.
I just thought because it's opening day, like I didn't know either. I wanted
Right.
to be surprised, but I'm like, I guess because it's opening day, this is how much the tickets are.
Right. She didn't know any better. Right. Fremder, where are you and Don going for your honeymoon? That was our honeymoon. Carol went yesterday. Oh, third game for the opening weekend. Yes, almost a fight, almost a fisticuffs in the second game. And no retaliation while you were there yesterday? Hope you guys had fun. Mickey, how come Lisa didn't go to the Mets website? Well, that's what we were saying. She went to the website, and then, when you click on tickets, it takes you to StubHub.
Yeah, somehow I got redirected. I didn't really know what I was doing either. Yeah, I'll know for next time.
Right.
To stay on the Mets website.
Nice shirt, says Fremder. You look like what I took out of my ear this morning. What? You took a smiley face out of your ear? This is my favorite shirt. I love this shirt. Or are you talking about the color of Lisa's shirt? I never know what Fremder's talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't bother trying to figure it out.
What did he say?
He said, "Nice shirt. You look like what I took out of my ear this morning."
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's not very nice.
Well, we don't. If we understood what it meant, maybe it is nice.
Something that came out of his ear. How could that be nice?
Because it's not clogging up his ear anymore. I don't know.
No, that's not how he meant it. He meant it like it looks like goo and wax.
Well, look in the mirror, you.
It's camouflage. It's
you
like,
redheaded prick. What?
That's what it is.
Oh, it is camouflage.
So, I mean, camouflage. So.
Well, you shouldn't camouflage because I like this. I like seeing you.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. All right. So that was that. That was the Met game. What? Oh, well, was I getting yelled at? Oh, so he's saying it looks like earwax. Are you talking about her shirt or mine? If it's my shirt, you got some bright earwax.
No, he's probably talking about mine, and screw you. That's it.
It's Fremder.
I don't know who that is.
He does that all the time.
Nice.
What?
Not nice.
Yeah. Oh, there's Vicky. She says, "Happy Monday, Tony and Lisa." Thank you, Vicky. Same to you. Hope you're well up there in Rochester or Rochester. All right. So that was. So that was that. That's that. Oh, we wanted to wish a happy birthday. We're always talking about Elio on this show. We should call the show the Elio Show. Tony Earwax Walker says from there. Happy birthday, Amy. That's Elio's better half. Amy, a great singer and actress in her own right. She's phenomenal. She had her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Amy.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Carol, no retaliation at our game, but the Rangers lost after stupid errors, but exciting game. Just so happy baseball is back. Likewise, I am always happy at this time of the year when baseball comes back. But it would be nice to see a Mets win. Freaking 3 games so far, and they've lost all 3. They totally got their asses kicked by the Brewers of Milwaukee. It's going to be a long year, Met fans. So get ready. It's going to be a very long year. On Hershey and the Keegs a few weeks ago, they had, what's his name? I forget the guy's name. Frank the Tank? Is that his name? Where he predicted the Mets wouldn't even win half their games this year. So, yeah, could be a very long year. But we'll still go. Right? We're going to go to one over the summer when the weather's better?
Sure.
You'd like that or no?
Not through StubHub, though.
Well, no. No, definitely not through StubHub. But you'd like to go to we don't have to.
Yeah, we'll see how they're doing. Who wants to go and see them lose?
Well, but that's the nice part because there's no traffic. It's not crowded. And tickets, actually, they sometimes drop the prices.
Oh, yeah.
When they're doing that bad, yeah.
Okay.
And it's $40 to park at Citi Field. $40. That is a crime, too.
Yeah, like why?
Well, and the Islanders are worse. It's 55. Remember, 50 when we went.
Yeah, that's just crazy, too.
It's like ridiculous. Oh, Rob Seyforth. Going to be a long year for a Met fan in Phillies territory. Yes, it is. Yeah, I give you credit. Robert. Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could move to Philadelphia as a Met fan. I couldn't move to Atlanta. So I don't want to move though ever. So.
Yes, I know.
She's like, oh, "Get me out of here."
No, I'm here. Bring Jesus here, you know.
What'd you say? What did you say?
It's like, no, I think I need to be here, but I would leave in a second if I had it my way.
You need to be here. What? Because of Sammy Jean?
That too.
Oh, what were you referring to? That I need to be here.
Jesus.
Oh, you think?
Just it's needed here. He's needed here.
Well, that's not the case everywhere.
It is, but.
Oh, are you saying more so here?
More so.
Oh, really?
Not just here, but. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's go on.
Oh, Philly is a great city, says ALKMSNA. Who else then says hi, Lisa? I don't know who AL.
I don't know who that is.
ALKMSNA. I think who he or she has told me in the past. I always forget. I always forget everybody's nicknames. Long Island beaches are the best. Yeah, I'll give you that. I think they are too.
Yes.
That
is true.
I do, and that's why I'm mad at Carol because she moved away. She left. Rob, he left us too. He's a flat lever, but he's not that far away. He's only in the Philly area. But yeah, I don't know. I love it here.
Not that I don't love it here. We do have great beaches and the food and everything. We have the city nearby, so yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of things to do. The taxes are crazy, but there's plenty of things to do, which I love. I'm not a big sit at home, I don't like being hours away from entertainment or sports. Where would you go if you had your choice?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe out west somewhere.
Now you with your first husband, he wanted to go to North Carolina.
Yes.
And you said yes, and then you changed your mind. So you had an opportunity.
I didn't want to go. No, I said yes, just
to shut him up. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, just kind of because it's not just all about me, but I wanted to say it because this is where my friends are.
Okay, so
where my life is.
So at the time, that's what you were thinking, that my life is here. I want to stay here.
Yes.
But your life is still here. But you
no,
still
I
want to
know.
go.
It's just with the politics that are going on here, and
I think that would happen anywhere. All the politicians suck. Doesn't matter what state.
But no, some things were at. Well, I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I had a thought about. Oh, well, I lost my train of thought. Prices are way too high at the baseball game, which is why I park on the couch. I hear you, Fronda.
Yeah.
Beaches are the best. North Shore is beautiful. Vineyards are great. Montauk is great. Getting to New York City is easy. Yeah, I hear you. All those things. Oh, I was going to say, I mentioned our daughter. New York is one of the best states as far as services for the special needs community. That reason alone, reason alone is good enough for me. Even if I didn't want to stay, that reason, And I heard North Carolina has good services too. I don't know if that's true. Somebody told me that, but I haven't looked into it. But that's what somebody told me. Okay, so today is April Fool's Day.
It is April Fool's Day. That's right. I forgot.
Did you forgot today was April Fool's Day?
I did.
Well, It's also one of your brother's birthdays.
Yes, so
Happy birthday to him. ALKMSNA. It's Kenny Shevland.
Oh,
I keep
hi.
forgetting.
How are you?
Keep forgetting that's who that is. Hello, Kenny. Kenny, hope your gig. Kenny played here on the island. He played at the Warehouse a few weeks ago. Kenny is part of a Cars tribute band.
Oh, nice.
And
I like the Cars.
Yeah, but he doesn't really. He sings lead only a couple of songs. He mainly just stands in the back and sings backup and looks pretty. So yeah, Kenny, hope the gig went well. I did see some video. Les Deegan went to that show, and so I saw his video from that. Hope it went well, and I invited you guys on the show, and I never heard back from you. Prick. Fremder, Long Island is awesome, and I would tell that to any son of a beach. Oh my goodness. And Kenny says that too. Services for kids with special needs is superior to other states. And then he says the gig went great. Good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, so speaking of Kenny, it's April Fool's Day.
Nice.
I can't think, I don't think I've really ever done anything major for April Fool's. And I honestly can't.
I haven't, no.
You've never done anything? What was the worst? Has pranks been pulled on you or no?
Nothing bad, just
I can't
like
think
simple
of any.
things.
Like what? Give me an example.
Just, I don't know. Nothing. Yeah, like a big practical joke. It's just, small things,
Yeah, I've never really done anything big. Probably the biggest thing I've done was, in fact, I have video of that too. Although this video is only a minute and a half, so don't get upset. When David Clark, our friend David Clark, who's been on the show a few times, he has a Billy Joel tribute band called All About Joel. he played at the Suffolk Theater out in Riverhead, Long Island, and it was on April Fool's. So I went out and started the show. Did I ever tell you this?
No.
I went out and started the show. The band comes out. The lights are out. The lights come down. The place starts applauding. I come out, and I tell the crowd that David is sick, so I'm going to lead the band.
Oh, okay.
But then I said, I don't play piano, but I'm from Hicksville like Billy Joel, so I'm allowed to be here. And then I just totally start messing up on the piano, and then David comes out. That's the whole thing. But I'm gonna, it's a minute and a half. This is from 2016 at the Suffolk Theater.
Picture or video?
Both. Yes, get video.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling tonight? Come on, how's everybody feeling tonight? All right, now, in case you haven't noticed, I am not David Clark. That's right, that's true. However, I am from Hicksville, so I'm allowed to play Billy Joel songs. David's not feeling good, so I'm just taking over. I took one piano lesson, so we're good. All right. You guys with me? You ready? Yeah. Angry Young Man. All right, you guys ready? Angry Young Man? Here we go. Only you can make me wear a Yankee hat. What's today's date? Let's go back!
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Walker. Our favorite, we love you.
Well, he's saying that my shirt looks like earwax. So
No, he was talking about my shirt.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Got a happy face.
I just came in and we're talking about earwax.
Yes.
Someone said your shirt looks like something I took out of my ear this morning, and I didn't think it was.
It was me.
I thought they were talking about my shirt. Well, it looks like green. I'm like, it's camouflage, But he clarified that he meant Dad. I'm like, okay.
All right, so that was the April Fool's video. Zach is here. Hi, Zach.
Good morning, everybody. How are you today?
We're good, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm chilling. Thank you.
Chilling.
I am chilling.
I wanted. Oh, we were talking about April Fools. Have you ever had a bad April or like a big April Fool's prank done on you, or have you ever done one, pulled one on somebody?
Yeah, I believe I pulled one on you once.
Did you? I don't remember. What'd you do?
Remember the morning you got up to take a dump?
Well, that's every day.
Oh, but I thought you would know from the. Remember when it was like a makeshift saw trap, but I just hid toilet paper on you basically, and you had to find it, but you couldn't get up from the bowl. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Now that you say that, I do remember that. Yes.
I drew a picture of the puppet, and then I just wrote
like you gave me clues.
Yeah, basically.
But
oh wow, oh that's funny.
So what did I do? So without wiping my butt, I just walked around looking for the toilet paper.
Well, basically, the plan kind of got foiled right from the beginning because I heard you call out to Mom, and you're like, "Can you bring me some toilet paper?" Since you brought it in there for you.
Oh, and then
I walk in there and I was like, "Crap!" And then I basically
crap.
And then I took it from you, and then you were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You weren't supposed to have this." I opened the cabinet where you were supposed to open it to get the toilet paper. And there was the thing I made. And then you didn't have to get up from the bowl because it was right in the the little
under the sink.
Not under the sink, under the the part right behind the toilet. You take the the piece off to.
Oh,
what is that?
The
part
toilet
called?
paper holder that we had?
No. He's talking about the tank.
The
tank. That's right. Yes, there was
you
a roll.
put it inside the tank?
Yes.
Yeah, I put it in like plastic, like a Ziploc bag, and then in that tank, so it didn't.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I don't think you ever told me that. Oh, that's funny.
No, you were because he's right because I called you in to get me toilet paper, so you were a part of that.
I don't remember that. Now, did you figure it out? Did he?
Well, there were clues. He wrote out clues.
Right, but did you figure out the clues?
You and I think we did it together, and we did eventually find it.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, but now my mother's texting me. She said that she's saying I pretended to be one of my uncles. I don't know what she's talking about.
You probably called her and pretended to be Uncle Phil.
Yeah, what did I do? I don't. And I called you. What did I say? I don't remember this at all. How long ago was that? Now, what about you guys? Let's get some comments. What happened? Anything good with you guys on April Fools? Fremda says, what happened to Lisa? I can't see her. Oh, is he saying that because she's wearing camouflage?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's probably why. We both got
maybe.
camouflage
But
today.
look, he's got green boogers too, or earwax.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't have your midsection, and you're like me now. You don't have legs.
I'm missing my legs, except I'm missing both legs.
Well, true.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of legs, last night, that's right, you're in trouble. Last night, you were missing a sock.
I heard this. I was listening to music, and
Oh, really?
whatever that bang was so loud that I heard it.
Whatever the bang was?
What bang? What are you talking about?
Oh, then maybe I thought. Go on with your story. Maybe we're
No, there was no.
She was
What?
missing. No, there was no bang. She was missing a sock, and there was one sock on our bed. I took it and threw it, but
Well,
then
there was two. The other one was obviously.
But I
mixed
didn't
up.
see the other one. I didn't see it anywhere. I only saw the one and I threw it. But so your mom was saying that I must have thrown both of them. I said no, I didn't see it. She's like, well, you separated them. So I said, there's the sock I threw. It's right there. I said, I don't know anything about the other sock. She's like, well, there's two socks obviously because unlike you, I have two socks. That's what she said. 2 feet.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about socks. I thought I heard a
But no, there was no bang. That was it.
Oh,
It was all.
no, there was a bang. He's right.
There was.
Yeah, I was sitting.
Oh yes.
I was sitting.
That
on
was
the,
unrelated.
I was sitting on the edge of the bed, right? So my
Yeah.
feet, so from the knee down, my leg is hanging off the bed, right? And then I laid down, but my leg is still hanging off the bed. On the edge of the bed, on the little table, there was a bottle of water, and somehow I didn't hit the table. I wasn't even moving. I don't know. All of a sudden, the bottle of water just fell off this table. But as it was falling, the top hit, like the sensitive part of the knee, like, when you want to get the
reflex.
The reflex,
yes,
yeah, I know.
yes.
I was having a brain fart of the words, right?
That reflex.
I knew you know what I
when the
meant.
doctor hits you to get your knee to snap. That's where it hit.
That's a sensitive part, so it smacked that part of the knee. I was like, oh, yeah, it hurt. It hurt like a son of a bitch.
Is there like a funny bone area in the knee too, or something? Or?
I think it's just it just hit him in because you're kind of sensitive, and that makes the knee just want to extend. It's like a reflex.
Right.
So I think it just hit him right there, and it hurt. Yeah, because it's sensitive.
Jeff Bosey's pointing out that he painted his toenails with gold nail polish.
That's great.
I don't need to see that.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then,
that was the bang. A water bottle fell.
So that was one thing you're in trouble for, but now there's something else you're in trouble for.
Oh dear.
Which
Mom's in trouble a lot today.
Yes,
I know.
she is. Yes, she is. Which we have not talked about at all.
I also got something you're in trouble for too.
Oh
You
yeah.
go first.
Okay, good. That's right. It's
I think I'm gonna go.
It's pick
to
on
work,
Lisa Day.
even though I'm off. I'm gonna go.
So, speaking of toilet paper, one thing I've noticed with you, you're one of those who puts when you put the toilet paper roll on the thing, you're one of those who has it come from underneath.
I hate
I
that.
put it on that day, and I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm just like, what's the big deal? Fine. My
why is it
goodness.
always? It's a big difference, right? It is a big difference to take it from.
Because you have to reach
absolutely.
further, I guess.
Yes.
It's so strange.
That's what I'm in trouble for. All
Yes,
right.
you're in trouble. That's not a normal practice for you?
I guess I just put it on, was it? And then I was just too lazy to fix it. I don't know.
So you're just sitting there. You got nothing else to do. You just lean over and fix it.
All right, next time.
All
right, what else?
This is our bathroom etiquette.
Yes.
I guess.
Put your toilet papers the right way up.
All right, but now what's your story?
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about this at the house. She didn't teach me how to wash my hair properly growing up.
No.
I'm kidding.
That's why I'm in trouble?
What are we talking about?
I didn't think men needed to condition their hair. Because he never conditioned his hair. And I used to say, how come you don't condition it? I have...
You didn't say that.
A long time ago I did. I'm like, oh, you don't use conditioner? I don't know why. And so I just thought that was your decision. You didn't need to. But so you're mad at me because I didn't say, you should condition your hair. I'm like, all right. I just thought maybe men don't need to condition their hair.
Yeah, I learned like a year or two ago that I should condition my hair. So I started.
That's why I'm in trouble. Everything always gets blamed to the mama. But I think at one point, I think I did say, oh, you have both here. You should do it. And you're like, nah, just shampoo. Oh, so I was like, okay.
It's Kat. She didn't say that.
I believe I did when you were younger.
All right. Well, I have here a list
of everything that I've done wrong to you.
That's right. Sit back. No, I'm kidding. I have here relationship rules that have proven to prevent people into getting into huge arguments with their partner.
Okay.
So let's see. So, here's an interesting one. Oh, the very first one is interesting because we just had to talk about this too. We just had to talk about blankets. And I swear to you, the first one on this list is a couple on their bed might be better off having separate blankets.
You guys are just figuring this out now. Okay.
Yes, I agree with that, but we already have I'm not going to buy 2 separate comforters for the bed or whatever, But
right.
Yes,
Lisa thinks that Lisa likes
him.
the blankets like perfectly
I like
square
a bed
on
to
the
be
bed.
made, I guess.
Right, and I'm with you, but I don't. Lisa's always cold, and I'm always warm, so I just flip the comforter off. Like I flip my half over onto your half.
But somehow the sheet it gets all jarbled and mixed up, and I'm like, how does that happen? Just you're responsible for just your half. I don't care how jarbled your half it is. Just don't jarble mine.
Is jarble a word?
I don't know. But you're always taking the sheets. I'm like, and then I don't have the sheet. I just
don't
have
take
the comforter.
The sheet. The sheet is there, and I
always
get
seems
underneath
to end
it.
up by you, and then I'm like, I gotta just get up and make the whole thing over again. But that's not, yeah.
Well, all right. So that's number one. The rule number 2, which we do already, is separate laundry. Separate laundry, I said.
Sorry, I was reading my text. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you.
Separate laundry. Well, we do that, don't we?
That's what I said.
Do a lot of people
listening to each other helps too?
Yeah.
Do a lot of couples do laundry together or something?
I guess.
No, it's too much laundry. That's why we separate it. Otherwise, we're doing it separately anyway.
Right.
It's too much for one load.
All right.
Why do couples fight over it?
Well, it didn't say that they fight. This is just rules to... Well, I guess it does. Proven to prevent people into getting huge arguments with their partner. So I guess people fight over laundry.
They get into huge arguments about, blankets and laundry.
Yeah.
I guess they...
All right, well, there's more. Do you want comfort or to look for solutions? Both things are helpful, but there's a time and place for each. I sometimes wanted to... so this is apparently they're quoting a woman. I sometimes wanted to yell at my husband, stop trying to solve this and let me just bitch for a second. Just validate my feelings or not and tell me why, and then be there for me unless I'm asking you to help fix it. I don't know if I agree with that one.
So this was written by a wife.
Could be.
Well, that's what it said. It was. I told my husband.
Well, yeah, but this day and age, it might not be a wife. But
that is true.
Either way.
I apologize. I assumed gender.
I don't know if I agree with this, though, because of the last sentence. Just validate my feelings or not and tell me why, and then be there for me unless I'm asking you to help fix it. I don't know. But then I would think you might get in trouble for not trying to fix it. Like,
but why?
No, men always want to fix it, and sometimes
Yes.
we just want to be heard. It's
It
one
could
of those
just-
things.
Like it
You don't
might
have
not
to
be
fix it.
like what if it's not my problem to fix?
Right.
You know?
You don't always have to fix it. And no, I agree with that. Because sometimes it's like you're just trying to fix it. Like, I don't need you to fix it. Just tell me that you hear what I'm saying.
yeah. And I'm guilty of that. I'm always like, okay, what do we got to do?
Right.
And you have yelled at me in the past for that. All right, next one. Be with someone who will tell you the truth. Not. We're not talking about lying. We're talking about like people that will tell you like, good or bad. Here's the situation, or
Yeah.
hey, you're acting
Right.
kind of silly right
and
now.
I
Why don't
agree
you
with
stop?
that one.
Yeah.
Don't sugarcoat it. You know.
And then on top of that, choose someone who can change. People who can hear constructive criticism, self-reflect, and actually do the work to change. Lots of people can't do this, it says.
Well, yeah,
in this
that is
article.
true.
That one draws a line a little bit.
How so?
You have to be very careful with that one because
Why?
I feel like you should be open to like self-improvement.
Right. That's what it said.
You also don't want to change only because of a partner. Like you have to make sure that you want to change, like by your own standards as well. You don't want your partner to be like, "I want you to be like this," and then you're like, "All right, I'm gonna be like this because they want me to be like this."
No, I
But
don't
there
think that's
is-
what it's. You
No,
shouldn't change yourself.
I
Just
know.
change your flaws. I
That's
think
what I'm-
that's what it's
right.
saying.
But like that, just the way they worded it, like you gotta.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be careful with that rule specifically.
Like constructive
'cause you could easily
criticism,
get lost in it.
Right.
Like somebody might be criticizing you, but it might be something that you don't think is a flaw. And, it's like, well, that's just how I do things. So, yeah, coming into the middle.
Yeah, I get that. Like, like open to like I said, self-improvement, improving yourself. But I don't, as long as like that's what you want for yourself.
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree
Like,
with that.
You should do it for yourself more than you're doing it for the other person.
So Fremder says he has a different reason for missing socks. I don't know why my bidet came with a remote. I guess in case I have to use it while I'm on the couch. You guys haven't used a bidet, huh? I love that thing.
I used it like once or twice.
Oh, did you? Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Well, because so I could try it out. Let me see what's so great.
And you didn't like it?
No.
Why?
It's too cold.
Well, yeah, it's definitely cold.
Right, that's what I don't like it. I'm
Oh, but
like,
all right, outside of that, though, it's great.
it's a weird sensation. I just rather.
It's a weird sensation?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me.
I should try it before I dismiss it. I just have.
I love it because you just sit there and wash your butt, and then you only use one.
That's how you do it.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that. Okay.
And I sing, I love my bidet. It's a good day because I have my bidet.
Yeah, okay.
Yay, yay, yay.
And now my butt is cleaned.
Well, then you don't use so much less toilet paper.
Well, that is true for you.
It sounds like
I
a good
don't-
way to save money. So
Right.
Yeah.
Bosie says, don't condition your hair, otherwise you'll end up with Tony's hairline. Friend, I'm not reading that one. Oh boy, Vicky, in my relationship, Burl always tries to fix what's going on, but when I want to be heard, it's my responsibility to tell him this is just a vent versus I'm looking for advice. Okay.
That's good. All
I
right.
understand that. Yeah, if you want to.
I get that.
Like that sort of heads up.
Fremder, my wife is very messy. It bugs me so much when she leaves everything on the floor. F-L-A-W. What does that mean? Or is that supposed to be floor? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well,
I never know what
maybe
he's
to
talking
play on words like floor, but
Ah.
that's her flaw.
Well, that explains why I
That's-
didn't get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that too. I guess you're very tolerant because I do that.
What's that?
I leave my clothes on the floor.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
She leaves her clothes on the floor.
On the floor. I do.
Look at how your partner deals with hardship. If your partner's response to any issue is to blame you and take it out on you, you're in for a tough life. It says.
Yeah.
Tough life.
That's
I think
true.
we both handle hardship well.
Oh yeah.
Like serious
Better
stuff.
now. Yeah.
Like what? Like that time my mother threw Sammy down the stairs. Like we handled that well.
Your mom's gonna kill you.
Yes, I
She
know.
did not throw her down the stairs.
She's yelling at her computer right now.
Yes.
Every time I get mad, I like to slap my woman. It has nothing to do with her. I'm like, come here, you're my punching bag. Well, I'll slap you to be nice.
Did you see? Speaking of which, you see how drunk my mother was yesterday at Easter dinner?
I've never seen her like that before.
It's just a disgrace.
I mean, usually she's almost like that, but like that was probably the worst I've ever seen.
I think that's why she threw Sammy down
I'm
the stairs.
not in this discussion.
The best thing, so she didn't throw Sammy down the stairs. So Sammy did.
I did. It was me.
Yeah, right. You weren't there yet, but you did it. Actually, was he there yet?
No, he
wasn't there
No,
yet.
this is her first birthday. No.
Her first birthday. We're getting ready
not
for her
there
first birthday party. She had just started walking, and she made her way to the basement stairs, and she fell down the stairs. Now, the positive out of that whole thing was you were upstairs, my mother upstairs. You guys are at the top of the stairs screaming and crying. I'm holding Sammy as she's crying, and I got to tell you guys to shut up because you were scaring her. That was a good thing, good part of the whole thing.
Okay.
Woman, shut up.
Kindness wins. Patience, tolerance, and understanding have been our foundation. Respect is a biggie, and being too stubborn to quit and walk away during the rough spots works wonders. Yeah? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Next one. So this is also a quote from somebody. I make a point to sit and hold hands when we are upset or angry. It's a kinesthetic I don't know.
What's the word? Kinesthetic? Kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic grounding connection to the fact that we love each other, and it makes it harder to speak out of anger.
Okay.
Kinesthetic.
I gotta add that to my vocabulary.
Yeah, I don't have
That's
a
a word
big
you don't hear
vocabulary.
Well, yeah, in my world you hear that more.
All right, here's one I disagree with.
In your world.
Do you really?
PT world.
Why? Why?
It's just because it has to do with body awareness and movement. Yeah.
Well, she is the smart one in this room.
Not smart. It's just I hear it. That's part of my.
Why are you fighting me over being smart?
Sure. Whatever.
I am an idiot. I swear.
I'm not trying to, because I'm not trying to talk myself up, I guess.
Oh, no, it wasn't. We weren't saying that at all.
Okay.
All right, this next one I disagree with. Separate bedrooms, assuming you have the space.
Like I Love Lucy or something?
Well, they were separate beds. This is separate bedrooms.
Oh, yeah, that's even a step more.
Right. It's not. All right, they're pointing out it could be a snoring thing, which I don't know.
Well, yes, okay. If your partner really snores.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there have been times I've been thrown out of the bed for snoring, or you've gotten up and left for snoring.
How about, or did you, is there more to it?
Yes.
Right.
My husband and I simply can't compromise on temperature.
Yeah. Right.
And then the quote is, "I like it warm. My husband would like to sleep in the path of migrating penguins." So meaning he likes it really cold.
Right.
That's how you guys like it. Exactly the same.
Yeah, I just gear up on covers.
Hot, you're cold.
Sound. Sometimes they fight over sound. Some people need to sleep in silence. Some people like the TV on. I know when you're falling asleep, you like the TV on for background. And they're even with animals. Sometimes one spouse will allow the animal on the bed. Sometimes another spouse might not like that.
Yeah.
What did you put on last night, by the way? What?
What do you mean?
I was like 90%, 95% sleeping, and then you put something. You were watching something.
I was watching Seinfeld, probably.
No, you put something else on.
I was watching The Chosen first.
Oh, maybe that's what I heard.
And then I switched to Seinfeld.
You watched The Chosen when I first came to bed, right? Or were you already watching Seinfeld?
You were kind of already sleeping. I was watching Seinfeld, and then I decided to watch The Chosen for the very first episode for a little while.
Maybe that's what I heard, because it sounded very dramatic, whatever it was. So that had to have been it.
Okay. Yeah, and then I went back to Seinfeld, because, I felt myself really drifting off.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Is there more?
Yes. Go ahead, though, if you got something to say.
I feel like instead of separate bedrooms, like, you know how, like, you have, like, the basement, you know? Like, I feel like something like that. Like a
man cave.
Or, like, I was going to say, like, an office space.
That's how I look at it down there, as an office space.
Right. Like, somewhere, for either, like, the husband or wife to just spend, like, to have another room to spend time. I don't think to sleep somewhere else, but, like, to spend time if they need, like, alone time, you know?
But it's not alone time. I'm saying if your partner likes it cold, you like it warm, and you just can't come sometimes you might need a separate bedroom. I think that's going way too extreme.
Unless it's not a permanent separate bedroom, unless like maybe it's being used the way you're describing. If
and there's
yeah,
like a
if it
couch in
gets
there
too
or
much
something.
and you just can't sleep, you have somewhere else to go.
Yeah, I
Right,
guess
that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just go in the office space and you just like you
You
sleep
know, maybe
like you sleep
just-
on a couch or a small
Or
bed
a
in
little
there.
futon or something.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, this one I like, and it, it's a little weird to talk about in front of our son, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. There's a rule, so it's a quote from somebody. We have a rule about fighting: you got to be naked. It absolutely diffuses the tension and anger most of the time, since we only fight about dumb stuff. Been married almost 24 years, in our case 25, and when either of us gets spun up about something, the other will start to get naked, and then both of us crack up. I think that's really
You would
funny.
love that. You
Yes,
would definitely
yes,
love
I would
that.
love that. I think, yeah, I would love that from obvious reasons, but I do think it's funny also. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
So you're
If you're alone in the house, your kids aren't around, and you can do it.
all right, we're only fighting in our bedroom from now on.
Okay.
All right, now this last one, I actually, in all seriousness, I think this one is good. Never get lazy or careless about your marriage. Do not complain about your spouse to other people.
Yes.
Say, I love you a lot. Don't keep score. Always give your spouse the benefit of the doubt, and be silly together. And that is one thing that you are very good at. You're very silly.
Yes, I'm definitely silly.
But yeah, I like that one. There's a comedian here at the club. We've been talking about him a lot lately. He stops in here once in a while when Don and I are in here. Ivory Fields. He's doing the game show that Knockem Dead is doing in the Giggle Room in September. Great guy, very funny comedian. I don't know him well. I'm just getting to know him. He's like where Fat Jay was a couple of years ago when he was starting to like just kind of show up here and get asked to be here a lot, and now he's one of the regulars. Ivory is kind of right there now, but he's here all the time performing. His wife is always here with him. They always take pictures together. They're always holding hands when they walk through the club together. And then he came in here last week, and he stopped and he was talking to us, and sure enough, he's like, all right, guys, I got to go check on the missus. And he left. They, too, have, I believe it's a son on the spectrum. Just a great guy. And then so when he came in last week, when me and Don were in here with Christy Miller, after the show, Don and I were leaving, and we were out in the parking lot. We were just talking before we, parted ways. And sure enough, we see Ivory coming out with his wife, and they're holding hands. And sure enough, they get to her side of the car, and there he is, opening the door for her, letting her in. I'm like, this guy is all right. I don't know. I just felt like saying that. I just think he's a good guy, and he shows a lot of respect for his wife. I like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's very cool.
You do a lot of those things, too.
Do I?
You open the car door for me.
Not as often as I should.
I think you do it pretty often. You
Oh,
give
yeah?
me flowers all the time. And
Yeah, I've been
you
doing
do
that.
check on me if we we were at an event together, and let's say you're at one end of the room and I'm the other. I think you do.
Yeah? Nice. All right. So that's the relationship rules. Oh, yeah, and that was actually, you know what? I wanted to say that before. We were talking about Sammy, with, New York being good for services.
Uh-huh.
That's one thing I've always given you credit for, and I think I actually brought it up on the show not that long ago. Thank goodness, being a pediatric physical therapist that you are, thank goodness you were kind of in that world, because when Sammy was first diagnosed with autism, you knew exactly, okay, she has to get EI services, we have to do this. Like, I mean, now I could tell you everything that needs to be done, but back then, totally clueless. And,
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you...
I mean, because that was my field. That's what I did. But of course
Right.
she would be, and maybe she would have gotten evaluated a little bit later. Yeah, so.
But that's what I'm saying. Thank goodness you were in that world and you were able to get on that, because I had no clue what in the world was going on. So, so that was good. So, all right. So, I got a few things I want to get into, but since we're talking about relationship rules, and this is the first time that you're in here, like, where we're just talking the whole show. Like, usually we have guests and stuff when you come in here.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. We've been married 25 years. little over 25, with with that little that little window of time where we weren't.
Yeah. About 10 years. Okay.
10 years. So let's see. Let's see how well we know each other.
Oh no.
Ask me something about yourself. Let's see if I can answer it, and I'm going to ask.
Oh, I don't. You should have warned me you were going to do this.
I just thought of it just as we were starting the show.
I don't know.
Or should we let him ask the questions?
Me ask the question?
Oh
yeah.
boy,
You
I
have
know.
them written down?
What happened?
You have them written down or something?
No, you
No,
can't.
we
You can't
just-
come up with something. This was an idea I just
know.
had.
This is like too off the cuff here.
All right. Well, we'll keep it simple. When's my birthday?
Are you kidding?
No,
I
I'm
know
actually
when
not.
your birthday is.
There's been a few times you forgot. No, not like the day, but no, like in conversation, you'd be like, "When's your birthday again?"
When?
I don't just, but like I don't. That's what I'm saying.
You've
never.
I disagree with that one.
Let me rephrase that. You've never forgotten my birthday, like the day of. You've never forgotten to give me gifts or say happy birthday.
But I don't think like we had conversations. I'm like, wait, when's your birthday again? Or it was either a very long time ago, or I was just having one of those like brain farts.
Oh, that
at
could
the
be.
time.
That could be. All right, I'll give you that.
Sometimes I forget. Like how do you spell this word or whatever? It's just more of a brain fart. Not that I don't know, but it's April 28th. 1970.
Ooh, you knew the year. All right, go ahead. Now ask me one about you.
I'm trying to think.
Does he know your birthday?
I know you know my birthday.
I
If
do.
you don't, then that's a problem, But that's birthday. Come on.
All right. I'll move on.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
Well, I don't know. It was just a thought. I didn't prepare for it either. So.
Yeah, if we prepared for it and I could think about it,
All right. I don't know. So I gotta. All right. So we have a few minutes. There are a few things I wanted to get to with you guys here. So I have another list, and I know you guys would like this list because you've had experiences with this. These are some creepy things that have happened to people.
Okay.
Creepy, and again, you guys have had experiences with this stuff, which we'll get to.
Okay.
So the first one. Now, some of these I don't know. I mean, some people can be making stuff up. Who knows? Sorry, did I just kick you?
That's fine.
One was around. This guy writes was around 1972. I was at a Boy Scout trip to Gettysburg. We just finished lunch and we were playing hide and seek on one of the battlefields. There were a few cannons and a couple of trees to hide behind. About 15 of us headed for the woods. I was the first one to make it into the woods. I dove behind a tree and looked out around to make sure I was in the clear. There was nobody anywhere. So I turned around to run, and there was a guy in overalls standing right in front of me. He had no face. I just backed up and said, "What do you want?" I backed up some more and bolted. When I turned back around to look behind me to see if he was chasing me, nobody was there. To this day, I still wonder who or what that was. I was.
So you're comparing it to my story?
Well,
in a way.
I know the. Well, go ahead. Tell us your story. Which I'm not sure. I think it's
the lady.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I was 16. I was going out with this guy named Rich, and he had a motorcycle. Oh. My mother didn't want me going on the motorcycle, and I said we're just going to go around the block one time, and I convinced her to let me go. Of course, we didn't just go around the block. We were going for an actual ride. And I live in Wantua, so we were just about to make a right onto, what's that?
Wantua Avenue?
No, I think it was Jerusalem Avenue. And we were just waiting there for, to be able to make the right. And all of a sudden we just see this lady, and she's dressed in black, old lady, and she has a dog, but instead of a collar being around, it was like a rope around his neck. Like,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and it was,
wow.
So I thought it's like she just kind of tied a rope because maybe she didn't have a collar or something, and that's how she was walking him. And she was just kind of looking at us with this weird smile. Seriously. And I'm sitting there like, okay, and all of a sudden he turns around and he's like, that lady is really weird. And I'm like, I know. And then we finally make the turn, and we're like way down the block now, and I turn around and she's standing there and she's looking at us and bending up and she's like watching us like that, like she's standing there kind of like this, and I'm like, that's weird. And then 5 minutes later we got into an accident.
How bad was the accident?
Everybody was fine. We got into the parking lot where Domenico's is. That parking lot, and there's a gas station there. So we just going into parking lot, and then there was like a wall that you couldn't see. So this car just came and obviously was probably going fast and then hit us. We went flying. Thank God I had my helmet, otherwise I would not be sitting here today because the helmet had a huge gash in it.
Really?
Oh yeah, the back of it had a huge gash, so that would have been my head, so I wouldn't have survived that. And I landed, else? That's why I landed on my knees too. They were both swelled up. I walked like Frankenstein for a week. His foot was blown up, but that was the extent of it. None of us got medical attention. I probably should have. Probably would have been easier on my knees today. And the people in the car were fine.
And it was the car's fault?
I think it was because we were going straight and they came this way. And yeah, I just think they were probably just going too fast. And by the time they saw us, they didn't have time to stop.
Here's one that we can kind of relate to. It involves a dog. That's why we can relate to this. My family got our first dog when I was a young teen. She lived with us for 15 years, and it was pretty devastating when she passed because we had never had a pet before. 4 days after she passed, we had a family friend over with his young son who was around 3 or 4. They were from out of town. The son had never been in our house before, and we haven't seen him since he was a baby. He had no idea we had a dog or anything. That night we were having dinner. He looked under the table. This 3 or 4-year-old kid looks under the table and says, "I don't like your ghost dog." We all stopped, stared at him, and his dad said to him, "What did you say?" And he repeated it, "I don't like your ghost dog." And at the time, he was looking under the table when he said it. And then it says that this dog always was under the table when they were eating.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that reminds me of our dog. When we put our dog to sleep, he was really sick, so we put him down. And when we got home, I should have looked for the picture. I remember taking a picture of it.
I have it somewhere.
His favorite toys were sitting right there in the doorway when we got home. And I remember saying, "Did you do that?" And you're like, "No." Yeah, none of us did that.
They weren't just there when...
I don't think so.
They were right in the doorway, like right in our path. Like, I don't think we would have... Why would we put them there like that?
Show a picture of it. That's not going to mean anything to anybody.
They were always just sitting around anywhere, wherever he left them.
Yeah, I just don't think it was like right there, but...
Yeah, but I feel like it was right in the doorway, like right there. As soon as you walk in, it's right there. Like, he didn't really hang out there. And he wasn't really playing with his toys much towards the end. That last week or two, he was in bad shape. He wasn't really...
Oh, no, it's not.
Because I remember that moment coming through the doors, but I looked at it and I was thinking that's... Like, I remember thinking like... Yeah, I feel like I remember, like, a reason for it being there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to, like, spoil it.
No, but I don't think it was there like that, but...
All right,
who
so
knows?
Next one. This guy, who, when he was a kid, grew up in his house, and him and his brother shared a room. One night, I dreamt that my brother and I were playing catch with a football. In the dream, he said something to taunt me, so I threw the football as hard as I could at him. I then immediately woke up to the sound of him falling out of bed and hitting the floor. Half asleep, he got back into bed without saying anything. I chalked it up to a strange coincidence. The next day, I asked if he remembered falling out of bed in the middle of the night. He chuckled and said, "Yeah, I dreamt that you and I were throwing a football back and forth, but you threw it so hard it knocked me over." So they basically had the same dream at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
Really? I've never heard that before.
I know people that, I knew.
Wow.
My brother dreamed, he had a dream that our father died the night my father died.
Yeah.
And
that kind of stuff. Too, yeah.
But our mother didn't tell us, one, because she was, I think, drunk and not home at the time.
Yeah, that
she
could
was
have been
out
why.
with many men.
Yes.
No, Frank, it was it was during finals at school, so she didn't want to say, yeah, he died, and then ruin the. So it was like a week or so later that she told us. Let's see, what's this next one? Oh, this guy's mother died unexpectedly when he was young. His brother lived out of state at the time. On his way up to come home because the mother died, he received an email, and the email was from his mother. But she's already dead, and the email was blank. There was no content. So so they always felt that was her way of saying goodbye. Yeah.
Ooh,
so the mother's
that's a
dead.
creepy one.
And this guy gets an email from her, and there's nothing in it.
Whoa, I've never heard of something like that.
That's crazy,
before.
right?
That's like, because every time, like, I feel like a lot of people always go to, like, the numbers, They try to call to listen to their voicemail.
Right. Yeah,
it's
true.
Like a coping thing, but you never think about, like, if it were to actually respond.
All right, so...
That's interesting.
So this is a woman. She was 8 months pregnant with her daughter one hot summer. I had the day off work and was home with just the dogs. My 2 puppies had run down the basement stairs, and I was headed down there as well to give them a bath. As I pulled the door closed behind me, I lost my balance on the second step and started to fall forward. Suddenly, I felt the weight of some invisible force push down on my shoulders, which caused my heels to go back down onto the step. That invisible force saved me and my baby from what would have been a bad fall down to a concrete floor.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's been numerous stories. My mother's told it, like when Greg passed, there was a story about him falling backwards from the treehouse and something just kind of cushioned his fall as he fell. But then my mother went up to whoever told that story and said, I had something like that where she jumped over from one thing to another and would have fallen, but she felt something kind of just carried her to the other platform or something.
Oh, really?
So something similar to that.
I don't have memory of this because I was little, but my grandmother, to her dying day, would tell the story where my brother was at school, and I wasn't in school yet, so I had obviously between birth and I guess 4 or 5 years old. And our school, our elementary school, our backyard faced, it's called Levittown Parkway. It's just a main road. And if you crossed the other side of Levittown Parkway, our school, you'd be in the fields of the back of the school. So you could see the school from our house. And I knew that's where my brother was. So my grandmother used to tell that story where I always kept saying I wanted to go be with him at school, which now I would never say, school or him. No, I'm kidding. So... But apparently I got out of the house one day and I started to run across Levittown Parkway to go to see him at school. And my grandmother said I fell in the middle of the road with a big garbage truck coming down. And she swore she actually saw me, like my arms go up like this, like when you're picking somebody up like around the armpits. She said that's how my arms went up. She goes, and I lifted. And I just kind of went back, like my feet dragging on Levittown Parkway, like someone was carrying me off to safety. I mean, I have no recollection of that, but my grandmother, again, she told that story till her last breath.
That's so awesome.
Let's see. So this is the last one. I attended a candlelight Christmas service at a spiritualist church. Mediums would pick up random candles and read them. A medium held my candle and stated that a spirit named Dudgeon was there with us. That's my grandmother's unique maiden name. We were just, so that's... So, she thought that.
Yeah.
And then we were just talking about mediums over the weekend. And I was telling you that story, how some medium told a friend of my mother's that she sees a tall man with red hair, who said his son is going to have a Saturday night show. And at the time, nobody knew anything, couldn't put anything together. And then the woman told my mother the only tall, red-headed man she knew was my father. But at the time, we're like, our Saturday show, what does that even mean? But, but then I ended up, just a few years later, doing murder mysteries and then doing shows in here.
Probably what it was.
So we're assuming that's what that meant. So, it's kind of weird. Andrew Fremner, you snort...
What is he saying now?
Well, if you're arguing, you have to get naked. He's just giving an example. You snore too loud. Now show me your tits. That's pretty funny. Let me go back. I think there were some comments coming in. Let's see. When it's Fremder, I have to read it first before I read it out loud. I slept in a separate bedroom for a while when my sleep apnea was so bad. My wife told me I sounded like two bears fighting over a salmon. The last time I slept on a futon, I woke up covered in duck sauce.
Not sure where that's going, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Then Bosie says, yes, Ivory Fields is an amazing, good-hearted person, right? Are you guys... Bosie, is it weird to accept a friend request from someone after they have passed? Yes, Jeff, don't do that.
Okay.
All right, so that was that.
Yeah.
So one thing, so they were, wow, I didn't realize how late it was.
I know.
All right, well, while we have you guys here, and it's something that we, and it's something we've been talking about, what's the deal with this? Can you guys help us? What's the deal with this eclipse next week? It's next Monday. Why is it such a big deal? There's eclipse all the time. Eclipses all the time.
Eclipses. I mean, because it's a solar eclipse.
But
I don't know.
isn't there?
It's a total solar eclipse. Maybe because it's a total solar.
Oh, is that what it is? A total solar eclipse?
I don't know when the last time.
Black, right?
So
yeah, like usually it's partial, but this one's total, and it's going from the northeast all the way through. No, the southwest.
Yeah, to the
all
northeast.
the way to the northeast, from Texas to Maine. That's the arc that it's following.
So when you say it's going black, like
I heard, like it's going to be
in
like
some
dark.
parts of the country.
So if it's
going totally
daytime
black.
in that part, it'll actually get black.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had one a few years ago.
Never seen like
when
like videos of that or.
I think I have. But then we were talking too. Like you see around here. Anyway, I don't know about you guys, but we've been seeing signs. The digital signs on the highway. Solar eclipse, April 8th. Use mass transit.
They don't want people to drive because it's like
so is it? Do we know when it's hitting here?
There's a lot of festivities going on. That's what
festivities?
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing a lot of things.
Like people are having parties?
I don't know. It says something here like all the festivities. I just didn't click on it. But I think there's going to be some things done, and people are going to be traveling to the best areas to see the solar eclipse. So there might be more traffic. It might benefit you to use mass transit. I think that's why they're saying that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But why would people have celebrations? I mean, I understand it's something it's interesting to look at.
Because
but to have
it's like a watch party, basically.
Yeah,
I think
it's like a.
And then make something.
But doesn't it last only like 2 or 3 minutes?
No, this one's. Didn't they say this one's supposed to be a while, or am I mistaken?
It might be like an eclipse when you see it slowly part, and then it's total, and then it has to leave, like with the lunar eclipse. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time,
And it is true. You can't. Why can't you look at it?
Because it's sun, so you can't look directly at the sun. That's going to damage your eyes. So
it's the same as
you have to be very, very careful.
Don't they have like there's special type of glasses to look at?
Right. So they're probably selling those.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, somebody said 7-Eleven was selling them.
Those will sell out quick. We should get those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like last time that there was an eclipse, I remember like back when I was in high school, like those things sold out. And then it was like a week or so, less than a week before, and I went there. And I was like, holy crap, they're already gone.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And so we now have 1 week from today, so yeah.
It's next Monday. Do we know what time it's hitting us?
In Texas, they said around like noon is when you're going to start to see the covering. So Texas is what, like an hour behind us?
I think so.
I don't even know now. I don't know if they account for daylight savings, but I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
We're in New York.
Let's have a watch party so we can all go blind together, says Fremder. Jerry Lahane, Fremder, you are funnier than his reads. No, he's not.
2017 was the last one.
2017 was the last total solar eclipse?
Yes.
And now what's the deal? Now they're also saying, too, that we're able to see...
And this is supposed to be twice as long.
Oh, is it? Twice as long?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5 minutes instead of 2?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
But now what's the deal now? There's also a comet or something we'll be able to see?
A devil's comet.
A devil's comet? What's
that? Because it looks like a devil. Because if you look at it, it has a point here and then a point here. Yeah, it almost looks like the devil. And you're going to see it because the skies are going to be dark, so you're going to be able to see it better.
So you're watching the eclipse and you'll also be able to see a comet?
Yes.
Did I say comment? I think I did.
I did that too. Comet. But yeah, I don't know what parts of the world that if you're gonna be able to see it here doesn't mean,
Vic?
it depends
Okay.
where you are.
So I got the timing.
Okay.
This is actually going by it in Buffalo, so I don't know if there'll be a slight difference for us, but
Yes. Yeah, there would be.
So
Yeah.
it's saying that it will happen like directly at like 10:12 a.m. The moon's gonna start rising at 8:37 p.m. And it'll reach its peak at 10:40 p.m.
This is all our time?
It says by New York Buffalo.
Okay. That's right.
And
You
the
said that.
eclipse is
Sorry.
lasting until 12:51 a.m.
So it'll be dark out anyway. It'll be dark anyway. It's not like the middle of the day where it's going to go black, is what I'm saying.
No, the eclipse will happen at 10:12 a.m. I was just telling
Well,
you, like
10 in the morning to
10 in
12
the
p.m.
morning. Yeah, I was saying like the moon will rise at 8:37.
Yeah,
p.m.,
so no,
I
this
guess
is like
the
around
previous-
noonish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so Buffalo, upstate is a big difference because here we have the big city lights and whatnot. You go upstate and it's a different world. So Vicky's even pointing out my neck of the woods is expecting close to 1 million people in the area so they can watch it because Vicky. How far from Buffalo are you? Like 2 hours, probably, give or take.
Yeah, it is saying with the total eclipse lasting until 12:51 a.m. Unless that's a misprint, because that.
Well,
how is it going to last that long?
I think it's talking like the like the path of the moon. I think because it's saying the moon's going to start rising at 8:37. I guess it means p.m. like the previous night or something.
I
don't know
thought
what
that meant 8:30 in the morning.
What it says p.m. though. So, but it'll start rising at that time, and then then the eclipse 10:12 a.m. and then I guess the moon.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we cleared that up.
I don't get it.
Vicky is 90 miles from Buffalo. Oh, wow, you're close. Okay, so yeah, you go upstate, man. You can see you can see the skies pretty well.
They say, no matter where you are, you should be able to see something.
Oh,
At least a partial.
No. Okay, sorry, I read this wrong. Now I got it. There's a solar eclipse and then there's a partial lunar eclipse. There's two things.
Oh, that was the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. Remember Mike said three things?
So, yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
So the eclipse is the solar eclipse is at 10:12 a.m.
Okay.
The partial lunar eclipse starts at 8:37.
That's
PM,
what the moon
goes
rising.
until basically 1 a.m.
So the whole thing together. Okay, that now I
What do you guys think? Should I start the show early that day so we can we'll go outside and watch it or something? 10:37, you said?
10:12.
Yeah, like it'll
10,
start, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to see it, it's because I
But
remember
still,
one in 2017. I never noticed it, but we were also
It's-
traveling.
But that's Buffalo time. So
Well, we're at the same time as Buffalo.
Yeah, we're
I
still.
thought you said it would be slightly different.
Yeah, you did.
No.
I asked if it would be slightly different. You said yes.
Oh, I thought that was to Texas. Oh, no. I thought you meant the view. The view would be slightly different. That's what I thought you asked.
Yeah, but no, the time.
Because I was saying that we had city lights. It's a lot more lit, so we don't see the sky as well here. Where in Buffalo, like
right.
Lake George, when we go to Lake George,
Of course, yeah.
you can see. That's what I thought you asked.
Yeah, no, I just meant the time. So it would be the same time directly.
So
Buffalo's just upstate.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened in 2017.
Yeah, start at 10 if you want.
Yeah,
Should
it's
I-
going to be longer. Sorry.
So all right. So should I start the show? Are you working next Monday?
I have it written down at home. My calendar's at
Well,
home. So
if you're not, come do the show. We'll start the show at 10 next week.
all right. I mean, I do plan on seeing it no matter what, whether I'm working or not.
The last time the world saw more than 7 minutes of totality was in 1973 over Africa.
I remember that. Remember we went to Africa at that time and we sat and watched?
Yes, I remember that too.
We played some bongos.
Yes.
Bless the rains.
And it won't happen again until 2150. So
It won't
gotta
happen
see
again?
it now. Until 2150.
20, wow.
Yeah.
You think he'll still be?
I know, 1973 until
So-
now, and now it's like 2150.
I'm also seeing that the solar eclipse, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, so I was right.
Yes. And
I saw 4 minutes.
the
so-
lunar eclipse, that one's going to be the cool one, actually. That's 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Well, the cooler one's probably the solar eclipse, but the longer one.
I don't know. Maybe they mean everything
be the more
7.5
fun one.
minutes. I don't know.
All right. Well, Yeah, so I guess we'll do the show at 10 a.m. next week. We'll see.
And
see
just
who's
also
gonna join
know,
us.
sunglasses, you have to get the special glasses. Sunglasses are not good
Yeah,
to
no.
watch.
So regular sunglasses don't work.
Right. You still
Basically,
shouldn't, yeah.
it's exactly the same as looking at the sun. You know, you
Right,
can't look at
yeah.
the sun with sunglasses.
Yeah.
Either, you know,
So just
it's
be very careful.
yeah.
You can really damage your vision.
So don't do that. All right, time to go. We actually went a little late. Thank you guys for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
All right, we're out of here. Let's see, what do we got? So today is Monday. There is no treading water this afternoon. There is Steve Squared tonight at 6:30. They will be in the studio. They have a magician coming in, and he's going to do tricks. So that'll be fun. I don't know if there's flip tracks tonight. I have not heard from him yet. Tomorrow we're back in here with Tuesday Trivia. Hershey and the Keegs returns tomorrow night. Thursday, I believe Mike will be back here with me on Thursday. I believe Andy will be back on Friday. And, of course, there's Donversations on Friday with Don. And, yeah, there you go. All sorts of good stuff. And, of course, don't forget, here at Governors at the Club, some great comedians playing the Governors on Governors stages this week. Max Mantikoff, Katie Boyle, Joey Callahan, who did this show once, Dennis Rooney, Joe Curry. Just some of the names you'll see on the Governor stage this week. Go to govs.com, make your reservations. Don't forget the Knockem Dead Comedy Game Show. That's happening September 28th. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. We're performing next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the 7th. No, that's two Wednesdays from now. April 17th, you can see us at that Meatball Place in Patchogue. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. Find out what we got going on. Find out how you can hire us for your corporate event, your private party, your charitable event, whatever you got going on. knockemdeadcomedy.com. So I think that's everything. All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thanks again to Zach and Lisa for coming in. And I don't know who's joining us tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia, but hopefully somebody. All right. Everybody enjoy your day, and we'll see you later.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking